The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed, it's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.
Hey guys, anybody hear me out there? Do you guys hear me? How's everybody doing out there? What's up, guys? See what's going on. It's good to see everybody. 64 people in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. We can hear you. Okay, great. Boston J, not sure if he's there. Steven Sanchez, Miss Can't Be Wrong, how are you? Gunsmoke the Don, I haven't been here in a while. And as I was doing this, I tell you, I didn't know which to touch, how to get back on the chat, stuff like that. So when you're away from it for a little while, you gotta come back. But how's everyone doing out there? Beck, what's up, Beck? How are you? How's the family? Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Now today I'm just gonna chit chat, chop it up a little. I figure I come on. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I haven't been going live. What I've been doing is I've been putting a lot of old videos up there. Now the old videos, what I'm doing is eventually I'm gonna put them all on members only. So pretty soon they will disappear. You won't get to see them. So the ones that I've been repeating are the ones that I like. So hopefully you guys enjoy them. I'm going to have some new stories I'm going to come out with. I'm going to have some new guests coming on. And I don't know where I'm going with this YouTube channel. I'll tell you the truth. This is just a channel that I have. My life is about redemption, about truth, and experiences I had in my lifetime and where I am today. So I'm happy to see you guys. Boston J, there you go. And it's always good to see you, Boston J. Beck, how's everything? Pasquale, Michael Pentecost. Divisi, Michael Hill. This is the life I chose. And Jim Magnific. How are you? How's everything? Rob D. What's up, Rob D? Christopher Capello. How are you? How's everything? 94 people in the chat. I'm glad you all can make it today. And we'll have some discussions. We have the Super Bowl coming up. Philadelphia against Kansas City. Me personally, I like Philly, East Coast. Hopefully Philly could take it. It'll be their second Super Bowl ring if they win. And, Kansas City ain't no slouches either. So I'm sure it's going to be a tough game. Pazzo, what's up, baby? How's everything? It's always good to see you, Pazzo. Thanks for showing up. Who else we got over here? So also what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link. If you guys want to come on, you want to chop it up, you want to chit chat. Crystal Ward. Hi, Crystal Ward. Another thing, Crystal Ward, you know what? Thank you for all the nice things you say. I appreciate it so much. And it's very kind. And listen, all you people out there, I love every single one of you. Thank you all for the support, the kind words, the nice messages you guys send me. I really appreciate it so much. And so yeah, we'll see. Let me see how to work this again. Because all this, okay. I gotcha. Okay, I dropped the link. So you can grab that link. You can jump on. Anyone want to come on? You want to chop it up? This is your opportunity. I haven't been on here in a while. It's good to come back on and talk to everybody and see everybody. Gunsmoke the Don. Don't know if he's in there. Let's see. I'll pull out Bobby Bright. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Now, I knew the real Bobby Bright. This life I choose. Let's see who this guy is.
It's me again.
Hey, what's up? How's everything?
We actually chatted a while ago about the Buffalo family.
Okay.
I don't know if that might like kind of jostle your memory. There's actually like some big developments that they've actually done some. They've handed out more indictments, and I was actually going to hit you up to see if you could dig into it and kind of give like a perspective on what you think is going on, and you know what I mean, because you were involved in that life, so you know better than any of us would.
What's that? What, with the Buffalo family?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the name of that family?
It's actually known as the Tadaro family. It's been in the hands of the Tadaros for years. You know, they've never gotten any indictments to stick because let's be honest, criminals can be some of the smartest people around. You know, they just use their talents for different things, you know, but yeah, they actually indicted a DEA agent. Yeah, they've raided some strip clubs, shut down some strip clubs. Yeah, but I just was going to recommend that maybe you could dig into it and do a show about it.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll do some research on them, and I'll dig into it. I'm sure they're still active. Like, you know what? Everyone knows the mob is not what it used to be. You know,
yeah.
They're not as strong as they used to be, but I'm sure they're still active, you know, and
yeah.
I'm sure they're big out there.
Well, people are still going to gamble. You know, people are still going to, you know, use drugs and everything else, you know, which is a lot different from like the Carl Gambino days. You know, in his squad, you bit a bullet, you know, and a lot of times that's what causes guys to flip, you know, as they get caught with a lot of weight, and there's a lot of time affiliated with that, and then all of a sudden, you know, they're cooperating.
Look, at the end of the day, in the street, it's all about making money, you know. So what could we make money with? Obviously, drugs, gambling is a big thing, of course, since the day of time. Gambling, prostitution, you know. So legitimately, how can we make money? And if we're making money illegitimately, how can we make that money legit? You know, that's what it's all about. You know, going legit and you know, being a legitimate guy. You know what I mean? That's what a nice guy is. I mean,
well, the big thing is they had Local 210, which is the laborers union out here. And let me tell you, I'm still in the union. I'm a union electrician. And back in the days, I mean, the laborers union was everywhere. You didn't make them, you know what I mean? You weren't allowed to have your own laborers, and you didn't refuse them, you know? So they don't have as much as a clinch on the unions, I don't think, these days, because of they've passed so many laws, you know, to get them out. But you know, that was always their big money maker, was the unions. And I know in New York City, everything is unionized, you know.
The unions, I tell you, I mean, the unions I mean, they represent families. You know, I mean, you know, if you want to get a good job, you get a job in the union. You could, you know, raise a family, stuff like that. That's how it was back then. You know,
yeah.
Every hour you work, they give $2 to your pension, something like that, or $4, however it goes. But yeah, the unions are big, absolutely. But you know what? The government controls them too. You know, the unions.
Yep.
So
oh, definitely.
But yeah, let me see who else I have over here. You could just hang out, chill out.
Yep. Okay? I enjoy your lives every time you come on. I check frequently to see your uploads and all that stuff.
Beautiful, thank you. Let's see who Pasquale Malazia is. Pasquale, what's up?
What's up, Jimmy? How are you?
How's everything?
Good, good. You got my email the other day?
Yes, I did.
Did you read that article?
I did read the article. I tell you, it was a very interesting article. You know, I didn't really get deep into it.
My,
I think
my
you just-
cousin, he did 35 and a half years. He came home 9 years ago.
Wow. What is he doing today?
Now he works on construction. He's 69 years old.
69 years old.
He's off. They took him off parole and everything. He had life parole.
Wow. Long time.
Yeah. Crazy
How is-
shit, man.
How does he look at the outside today, doing all that time coming home?
He
What does he think
he
about the world
adjusted
today?
to it, man. He adjusted to it a lot, you know. He came out, he stayed out for about a month, then he started working and doing his own thing, you know. And that's it.
Yeah. Miss
Oh, there I am on the bottom there, over here. So what's going on?
Man, nothing much. Same old thing, you know, one day at a time over here.
Yeah, you haven't been going live lately, huh?
Nah, no lives. I'll come on every so often, but I'll be coming on a little more often. You know, sometimes you know, some things are more important than other things. But listen, I made a lot of
That's
friends.
true. Very true.
I made a lot of friends on YouTube.
Very true.
I have a family over here, and I'll be coming on more often for sure.
That's good. You look out for your family first, bro.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
You know what I'm
So let me see.
saying?
Let me see who else is out there. I'm gonna drop another link. We'll get a conversation going over here. Hazo, if you want to come on, come on. So what's the topic of who do you like in the Super Bowl?
I think I'd like to see KC win it. You
I
know,
like the Eagles.
because my one of my coworkers is big, huge Kansas
The
City fan.
Eagles are gonna
My
bust
team's
their
out.
ass.
Buffalo Bills look like they didn't even belong in the playoffs
The-
after they played Cincinnati.
Ah, fuck Buffalo.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a good game for sure. McCombs is he's a great quarterback. So
He's hurt though.
yeah, he's hurt, but you know what? Don't sleep on him.
Oh no! I mean, he's still. You saw him in the last game. You know, he rolled on that leg a couple of times and still kept pushing. You could see him limp after the plays and everything, but he was still in it to win it though.
Let me put Joey Smokes on.
Yo,
Joey Smokes, what's up, babe?
what's up, man? Let me get this fixed.
How's everything?
All right, yo, what's happening?
How's everything?
How's everything? You like these right here? They ain't virtual reality. This is massages your temples. It's really nice, man. Y'all need to get one. Put it on. Put your ocean music on. It massages your temples. If it's the best, you know what I mean. Love yourself.
Let me see.
I'm meeting Michael Pine. Hey, I'm meeting Cammie Francise's book today a little bit. You know what I mean?
Do me a favor, guys. If you can, just press the like button. I appreciate it. I got a guy, Sidney Pringle, on here.
What's up?
Let me see what he has to say, Sidney.
I can see some of his eyeball, man. What's up? Who's that?
What's up, Sidney?
What's up, Sidney?
Hello, Jimmy.
How's
How you
up?
doing, Jimmy?
What's happening?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, Jimmy. I'm
Good.
from Edinburgh. How are you?
Where you
I've
from?
been waiting a long time. From Edinburgh, mate.
From where?
Edinburgh.
Okay, that's in Liverpool somewhere. Where you at?
Close.
You out there in the
Mm.
UK?
Yeah, UK, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. How's
Yeah,
everything?
beautiful, man. We love y'all in the UK.
Love you all too in America, mate.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
want to come visit the UK.
That's right, mate.
Yeah. I'd love to visit America too, mate.
That's nice,
How you
man.
doing, Jimmy?
Long flight.
Me personally, I'm doing good. Thank you. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, mate. I'm
Good.
doing fine. Nice to speak to you, mate, okay?
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice
Just
to
want
meet
to
you,
get
man.
on and get off. You too, man. You take
Hey,
care,
Right,
man.
man.
It's
You
nice
know
talking
it.
to you. Take care of yourself.
You be
You too,
good.
Jimmy. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Be
you,
good,
bro.
brother.
You got it, buddy.
You got it, mate.
Have a good night.
All right. So
No, who's in the corner? I can't see who's in the corner. Is that Pazzo?
no, that's Pasquale.
Pasquale, how you doing, brother? I can't tell, man. It's dark in there.
Nope, he left.
Oh, you left. What's your name, brother? I forgot your name. What's your name?
My name's John.
John.
I'm
Nice to
from
meet you.
Buffalo.
Nice. Oh, Buffalo. Nice, brother.
Yeah, John's from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Joe's from Ohio.
Yeah.
I've been to Ohio a couple of times. We take the kids to Cedar Point.
Yeah, that's a nice spot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it is. It's a good
Yeah.
time. It's
Hey.
not that expensive either, you
Yeah.
know. Not like
Yeah.
Disney. Holy
Nah.
cow.
Y'all got to pick up Cammie Francise's book. She talks a lot of good stuff, man, you know, about her and Michael's relationship. It's really an awesome thing, this thing of ours. This woman's incredible. She's amazing, just like Michael, you know?
Thank you.
Telling
This
you.
can't
I
be
was reading some Psalms today, too, man. Y'all hit your Psalms. Hit your Psalms, man. You know what I mean? Get your Bible and hit your Psalms. I mean, God first. You know? Hey, listen, what do y'all think about that balloon they shot down, man? I thought they might have some biological weapon in it or something, or chemical weapon in it. That's why they shot it over the ocean. They was nervous about that balloon, man, because gotta remember back when Japanese threw them balloons out here, they put biological weapons in to kill the forts back in the days. Now, they were so worried about that balloon. I'm gonna tell you why they didn't shoot it down. They thought there was some chemical or biological weapon or chemical or biological weapon in that balloon. That's why they took so long. Why would they just not shoot it down? Because they know there could be a biological chemical weapon in that balloon. That's what they were afraid of. And that's why they didn't want to tell the public that. But that's the honest to God truth. Go look back what Japan did. They put those biological weapons in those balloons back in World War II, back when they had that war, and they were bringing the balloons over here, where my godfather helped fight. Okay, now let me tell you, they put these chemical weapons in the balloons to destroy the forest, but they didn't work. Now, but I'm trying to tell you, they caused them fires. Now, why, if they did that back then, what do you think what do you think the government was thinking? Oh, there could be some biological weapon in that thing. They don't want to tell the public that. That's why they shot it over the ocean.
Yo, what happened was that balloon was carrying Chinese food.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was carrying the Chinese food, man. It should have stopped. It should have shot it over by me. I would have put a plate out. Shit, I'll try to catch it. You know what I mean? Give me some of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Chicken, sweet and sour chicken. You know what I mean? Come on.
What I don't get is that I don't understand how America, the country didn't shoot this balloon down when they first seen it.
Because, Frank, I'm telling you, Jimmy, they were afraid to have biological weapons and chemical weapons in it.
Joe, our security here in this country is fucking terrible. Seriously.
No, man, it's a joke. It's a joke because we got a president who's not taking serious. He's making the wrong moves. We got to get a president in here who has a lot
lost on stage.
who has a better military ideas. You know what I mean?
Let me add Christopher Connelly to the chat.
Well,
hey, Connelly.
You see where Joe Biden got lost on stage.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Right?
What's up, Christopher? How's everything?
How are you? Good.
When you said your name, I felt like getting a cannoli.
You know, I can't. I work. Used to call me that.
I want a cannoli shit right now. You know?
How's it going?
What's going on? How's everything?
Yeah.
Good.
What's going on with you? What's your story?
Me, from Providence, just chilling, having a pizza. You know.
Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Nice.
You made the pizza?
Just had some pizza now. My brother's over here. It's Sunday.
Oh, you bought it. You bought it. You didn't make it. You didn't make it.
No.
I know you can throw down if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just taking it easy. Sunday night. Just, work starts tomorrow.
Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
Philly.
Philly?
Yeah, lock it up.
Yeah, Philly's a strong team, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it.
I'll tell you, I was rooting for Cincinnati when they were playing Kansas City. I want to see Cincinnati take everything.
They just barely squeaked by Cincinnati. Yeah. They just barely squeaked by Cincinnati.
I thought Cincinnati was the better team.
They were. I took them last week. It was that was a bad ending at the end. I don't know how you can just throw the guy out of bounds like that.
I know, it definitely sucks for sure. You come all this way, you end it like that,
Hey, I got a shout out to somebody, man. You know what I mean? I got to shout out to somebody, man. Where's Eddie G at? Get your ass on the damn live, Eddie. Where the hell you at? You mean you disappeared on me? Yo, where's our Eddie G at? Jimmy, where Eddie at? Where's our man Eddie G at, man? I ain't seen Eddie G for a minute, man. Is he practicing his comedy?
Yeah,
What happened? He get booed off stage and he cried. So come on, get on here.
I spoke to him earlier, but I don't know.
I miss Eddie.
Maybe he'll jump on. Yeah.
I miss Eddie. Come on, Eddie, man. Did you get some tomatoes thrown at you at the last comedy show or something? Get up on here. Where you at? Damn, man. He's a funny guy. I love Eddie.
I haven't spoken to Eddie in a while, but I spoke
Good
to him
guy.
earlier.
I'm surprised Boston Jay hasn't jumped on yet.
Yeah, he's in here.
Yeah, he's in there.
Boston, a private guy. He don't like the limelight.
Yeah, so
Jimmy, you take it easy. I just wanted to get on and say I like the content. I like what you're doing, and I'm gonna keep watching you.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Thanks, you, Chris.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Thank you, brother.
You too.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah. And what else is going on? What else is new?
A lot of things is new, man. You know, a lot of things are new in the world.
A lot of crazy things, right?
A lot of crazy things. You know what I mean? What about the Idaho 5? What about that murderer that caught, man? He was studying criminology and killed those folks up there because he wanted to study the case. He was going to start studying the case later, the case that he did. You know what I mean? He was going to like take that case and never let no one know he did it. Then he was going to come out and hold classes on it later. You know, that dude was sick. You know what I mean?
You talking about that killer in Idaho?
Yeah, man. He was crazy, man. He really wanted to set up a murder so later he can teach it in class. And that everyone wouldn't know he's the one who did it. That's a sick dude.
That's insane, ain't it?
They could make a movie on that, man. That's a sick dude, man. Kill those people for no reason.
Did they convict him yet, or?
Well, allegedly, I should say allegedly. No, but he's in prison. But allegedly, we got to say allegedly, I guess, to make it right. But you know, that guy, he's something else, man. As I watched some of that stuff, what he did, man, how they caught this dude was smart. How they caught him, man. The police did a good job on that. But this dude was like really psycho, man. He really got so involved in studying crime that he wanted to become the killer. He studied serial killers to become a serial killer. Then I think later what he was probably going to do, people surmise that he might want to like say he was like teaching class. He become a professor and he would be teaching that murder later, and no one even would know that he was the murderer.
That's crazy.
He's crazy, man. I hope they convict him. I really do. I hope they convict him, give him the death penalty. I really do. I think that's a death penalty case. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't think it's, you know, it's like that, but sometimes it is like that. You got to, you know, pay for what you do.
Have you seen that documentary yet on Netflix about that guy, the hatchet wielding hitchhiker? So he saved a woman from this dude. He pinned a construction worker up against a pole, and then he started choking this other lady. Well, they got a documentary about him because within 3 months he went viral. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show, and you know, really they wanted to do a reality series about him. And within 3 months of getting a little bit of fame, which was really weird because he didn't really pay much attention to the fame, but he ended up killing a lawyer in New Jersey. And like in the documentary, it shows his interrogation a little bit. The first question he asks, hey, is the death penalty legal in New Jersey? Because he knew he was fucked right from day one when they arrested him. You know, they had evidence that tied him, and like he stomped this old dude to death. You know,
wow,
it was a good documentary. It's on Netflix right now.
You know what? That is crazy. You know, I would love to see, because you know, ever see those reaction videos on YouTube where the content creator kind of reacting to the video, just telling you what he thinks. I would love to see Jimmy do that stuff. Yeah. I would love to see Jimmy watch a video and kind of like, I would like to hear what other audience thinks too. Like, what would y'all think, man? It would be cool to watch Jimmy watch a video and kind of like give his commentary on the video every once in a while, stop it and tell you what he thinks. That would be cool, man. Because you know, I love when some content creators do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kind of give you their perspective on it. You know what I mean? Especially coming from his background, knowing the streets and everything. You know, that would be really cool.
Well, I'm gonna get because I don't remember the name of it, but I'm on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis Cole, get up on here, man. Lewis, coming from UK. Our man from the UK, Lewis.
Lewis Cole, I dropped the link.
How, baby? Jimmy, what you think, man? You would like to do something? You think you'd ever want to do something like that? I don't know.
That's like a reaction video.
Yeah, you know, you sit there and you throw something on and you kind of like, you know, even like maybe it could be a movie, but at the same time, it could be like anything, you know, like you kind of react to it and it could be some other, whatever, you know what I mean? You're just taking the content, you just, you know, reviewing it and kind of like telling your commentary on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it would be cool, man. Just hearing your perspective, how you see it when you watch it, or like maybe even like a movie review or something.
Sure.
Those type of things once in a while would be cool.
How's your job over there?
Nice, man. Working 80 hours a week though right now. Doing about 80 hours a week because you know, I'm the one here, the main person here. So the customers, you know, taking care of them, and, you know, it's what it is, you know what I mean?
That's
We got a lot of good products here, man. We got a lot of good stuff. My friend got a company right here. Made this company here, Chill Vibes. He made this, created that company. And he got another couple companies he's trying to do, man. You know, we're getting in there. And this is all, you know, your cannabis from the hemp. So it's all legal. But I tell you what, it will help a lot of people, man. I got people coming here telling us how much it helps the, you know, anxiety. It helps the pain. So this is good because people are not using just narcotics nowadays. They're finding it's a different movement going on right now. I don't want to say generation. I just think it's a different movement where people are getting away from just that. Where society says you got to go to a doctor and take narcotics or something. They're trying to educate themselves and find other alternative ways to treat their anxieties, their problems, their stresses, or just relax. You know what I mean? And they're finding alternative ways naturally. You know what I mean? Which is good. Getting away from just, hey, you got to take a pill from the doctor. You know?
Well, that's what they're finding out, that people actually here in New York, they're actually spiking the weed now with fentanyl.
Well, that's why you got to go to a reputable place to buy it. You got to go to a reputable dispensary. You got to go not to gas stations and all these other shops that pop up. That's why they're in New York. They got 36 licenses they gave out. They're cracking down on all those shops now because they didn't pay the taxes. So they're gonna crack down on all them places. You're gonna see them raid them. All them places get raided because then they're gonna clean it up, and then they're gonna put the dispensaries around. And the only way you're gonna get it in New York is if you get to a dispensary. Yep. Anyone tries to sell it without a dispensary, they're going to get busted. They're going to get their shops are going to get tore up.
But why do they put fentanyl in weed? I don't get it.
It's crazy.
It's to make it more addictive.
Yeah, but that's killing people. That's crazy, man. Those are people that are not. Those are nuts. Those are people that are nuts, man. They're going to end up going to prison, man, for that. That's murder. You know what I mean? 100%. That's murder. And you see people getting. That's what happened to Michael Francese's daughter's fiance. He took a pill, thought it was just a pain pill because he used to play football. I think he did sports and stuff. He always had little pains, and he didn't realize he was taking something that was laced with fentanyl. And a young man like that lost his life, which is tragic. Yeah. And let me tell you, man, this is what's happening out there. And these people like that doing that kind of stuff is ridiculous. I mean, you know, buying stuff off the street nowadays is dangerous. It's a gamble. You got to go to dispensaries. I mean, all drugs should be legalized so people can get it from doctors and dispensaries. Just not, even though some of them are harder, but that way they can figure out what they need to do to get them off of it, because the streets are killing people. And I think that's the only way it's going to solve it, because drugs ain't going nowhere. Addiction is not going nowhere, because this world is crazy and people have been through hell. Some people have been through hell through their life, man. We can't judge other people because we don't know what everyone's been through. You know, some of us could have been abused. Some people could have been abused as young as children. Some people could have had terrible lives, lost people in their family lives, and then they turned to drugs to heal or from it. And I'm not giving excuses for people, but we can't judge people because we don't know where why they turn to certain things, alcohol, drugs. We don't know their case. It's obviously not just for just feeling good. It's because they have things. They're masking the pain they feel inside, emotionally or mentally, or stuff they dealt with in life. So we don't want to judge those people. We want to get them help. And I think criminalizing drugs is the worst thing this country ever did. To learn the drug, to make the drugs legal, let the prescriptions, even if it's the hardest stuff, and then get them off of that and put them on the better things. Because that way they can have a place to go, and the doctors can kind of see, okay, you're getting a little too, maybe we need to do something for you. And people would be more open about it instead of judging people. Drugs is a disease, and it's killing people. People are too judgmental. People, when you know that you ever drank because you felt down, you ever drank because you had a bad day or went to the bar and just want to feel better. People do that sometimes. You know, had a bad day at work, shit's going on in a relationship, they take a bear. Okay, they may control it, but not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
So why judge people? You know what I mean? Everyone handles, internalizes pain and suffering differently.
Definitely.
Let's add Romps of Wall Street to the chat.
But that documentary, it's called The Hatchet Wielding Hitchhiker, because he was on YouTube as Kai, the hatchet wielding hitchhiker, and he saved the girl. But yeah, it was a really good documentary. I watched it today. I love watching
I'm gonna watch
documentaries.
it.
Anything
I love
that
it
I
too,
can learn,
man.
I like to watch.
What's up, Jim? How's everything?
Jim,
All right, what's up?
man, I thought that was George. What's his name? We used to come on here.
Romps of Wall Street.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy? How's everything?
His mic's not working.
I don't hear.
Mike's not working.
I can't
Mike's
hear.
not working. I thought that was Gerard at first.
There he is. I got you. You're good. You're good.
We're
I
good?
thought that was Gerard,
Now I
man.
can hear you.
You know what? A lot of people say I look like a lot of different people. It's
I
funny
thought you was
that you say
Gerard. He would come on here, man. You can like his brother.
that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to go back to that the balloon that you were talking about earlier that we shot down.
Let's go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is how China released COVID last time. These balloons fly higher than our fire jets and almost in the lower space orbit, undetected. And they explode normally by themselves. This one ran off course.
Jimmy. Yeah, you're right, Jim, because they take the airstream, the jet stream, it follows the jet stream. Then they, like they did, Japan did, they used to drop them bombs into Oregon and start those fires, and they release these chemicals. They know that. It's history. That's what they was worried about. That's what they was worried about with these balloons, not the spying. What is in that balloon?
What's in them? Because
What
these
they put
things are
in there, man, that
massive.
we don't know about.
Yeah, these are massive, and it's an airborne disease. And what better way to do it is than just drop it in the Gulf Stream?
Right. That's why they did it over the ocean. They don't want to tell the public that. That's why they did it over the ocean.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
But I guarantee you, they're going to be studying that ocean life, that ocean. In that ocean, around that ocean, they're going to get those scientists to get those fish out of there, anything out of there they can plant, and they're going to check. They're going to start doing. They're going to start the scientists checking those things with anything in it, and that water.
This thing's out of control. It's out of control.
It is, man.
Another
There's
thing,
a lot
Jimmy.
more to it.
Jimmy, we never talked about graffiti.
Graffiti. I love graffiti.
I remember. It's funny. I remember because I know you're also into the shoes, sneakers, and all that stuff. So, my son, I wrote too a little before you did, but not at the Bay 50th Yard and other places. Yeah?
Okay.
So, my son works for an artist. His name is Stash, who we know is one of the best graffiti writer artists ever. And they just released a shoe. That was a collaboration with Japan, Stash, and my son.
Okay.
And it sold out in 5 minutes.
Wow. I like this.
They made a limited edition of them. These are, if you look, he's
You gotta get a picture of that.
Yeah, that was quick, man.
If you go on it, you can see him on Instagram. He's Thomas Rampino.
We're gonna follow him.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Everyone follow him.
Give him a look because he some pretty good. It's pretty good stuff, and there's a lot of good things out there. Like far from the days where we used to take a pilot over Uni and jump on the B train to Coney Island and back and just tag the shit out of him, whatever.
Right.
You know, just to be almost 60 years old, Stash, and he's an unbelievable, world-renowned artist. I mean, it's incredible. But one day, Jimmy, I'd like to chop it up on that a little bit because we had some fun times back in that day.
Yeah, we got to have Graffiti Mouth come on when we do
it. Yeah, I saw some of his name on there. It got me to bring that up.
And New York Dad, too. We got to bring him on with it.
Back in the day, graffiti, sneakers, windbreakers, hip-hop.
Oh,
I mean, that's what I grew up with. So,
Yeah.
it was a good time growing up, and having fun, trips and stuff like that. But Louis Cole, how are you? How's the family?
Yeah, I'm really good, Jimmy. Everyone's good, man. I've been really busy with the coaching, coaching the football.
Oh, good.
But all the family, they're all doing really well. My my daughter, she's 7 in the morning.
God bless. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
tomorrow.
Girl.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. What's her name?
7 years old.
What's her name? What's her name? Asia. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Asia.
Nice.
Asia, happy birthday from all of us.
Yeah, thanks, brothers. Yeah, she's doing really good, man. She's in a performing arts school as well, so she does a lot of singing, dancing, acting. Like that's her thing.
That's great.
Doing really good.
Well, that's great, man. That's beautiful, man.
Fun stuff.
That's good, man. That's a blessing.
That's what it's all about.
But how's everything with you, Jimmy? Anyway, how have you been, brother?
I'll tell you, thank God. I've been good. Just taking care of my kids, my family. Same old thing. One day at a time, right?
Yeah. We loved you, man. We loved you, man, on Chaz's show.
Yeah, Chaz.
Yeah.
Chaz was great. Hell of a guy. Definitely I had a fun time with him. It wasn't the first time I was in his presence. It was like that. That was like the third time I was in his presence. But Chaz, I call Chaz. Chaz is like the godfather of Hollywood.
Right.
Yeah.
Seriously, he really is. I tell you, when you meet him, he's a big guy, very straightforward guy, class act, hell of a guy, definitely great guy.
Talking about Chaz Palmieri.
Yes.
Chaz Palmieri.
You can't appreciate good cinema, man, if you don't like A Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
And I recommend that everyone go see the one-man show.
I actually was talking to my wife about 2 weeks ago. I'm like, hey, we should go down to the city because she's never been to New York City. I've only been there a handful of times. I was mostly in Long Island when I was younger. And but yeah, we're talking about taking a trip to the city.
Yeah, I'll tell you what he does on stage.
What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy,
how's everything? What Chaz does on stage is amazing. I tell you, for his age,
man, you got YouTube channel.
And for him just to remember the dialogue.
37.79.
Just to remember that dialogue. Back and forth. I tell you, the guy is amazing. He really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a restaurant Wednesday night.
He's a class act, Jimmy, isn't he? I've seen a little bit about the one-man show as well, and it's quite a long version, isn't it? When you're there, but the way you can remember and keep up with the dialogue, amazing.
It's about 90 minutes.
Really? Yeah.
What are they talking about? It seems amazing.
That's my man. Say hey from America, man.
What's up?
How's everything, brother?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? How's everything?
Man.
Yeah. But, it was a nice time, Thank God.
Points, bro. Right? Did your cash out?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah, you've done really well there, Jimmy. It was a great interview, Very.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
And it, as I say, it gets your message out there more. Obviously, with Chaz having a massive, huge following, it's great that, Jimmy. It's only going to propel you,
I met Chaz in Vegas. I was in a room with him. Before I even met him, I reached out to some people that knew him, and I made sure that when I met him, it was a proper greeting. I didn't want to just walk up to anybody, so I reached out to somebody, and he got the call. So I was in his company. He's a hell of a guy. He got to know who I am as a person, So it was pretty cool. Sandy Blue Eyes is his right-hand man. I also had the opportunity to meet an actress that was Catherine Naducci. She was at his house. So as soon as I seen her, I said, "Well, I love you." I said, and we just started talking. But it was a great time. These people are amazing people. They're great at what they do. They're entertainers. And listen, I was very fortunate to meet him, to be in his company, and you know what, actually to call him a friend. The guy really is a hell of a guy.
Yeah, it's amazing, that Jim.
Yeah.
He's Catherine Narducci.
Yes.
I think she was in The Sopranos, wasn't she, Jim?
Yes. Yeah, she's actually in The Godfather of Harlem. She was in
What do you think about The Godfather of Harlem?
well, I think it's a good show.
Its lingo is way off.
Yeah, and it's not, everything's not true.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you know, in Hollywood you have real, you have REAL, and then you have REEL. You have a real and you have a real. I mean, that's what Hollywood does. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that their lingo is so far off on things, you know, like, because you've got things like The Sopranos, you've got, you know, great mob movies such as The Bronx Tale, you've got, you know, Goodfellas and Casino, and it's like every time that they talk about getting straightened out, they actually say making the bones, which is totally wrong lingo. Like, I just can't understand how some of the lingo they got so far off and so incorrect. But I mean, yeah, it is a good show. I've been into it. I've already watched all 3 seasons, but
that term was that was more like 60s, 70s, Jimmy, wasn't it? When they'd say, like, if they did a bit of work, they'd say, "I've just made me bones." You know, that was like an old school terminology they used to use.
Yeah.
Not so much in Jimmy's era.
Yeah,
it's more old school.
But making your bones was referred to as you committed a murder for the family, and when someone was about to get made, it was called getting straightened out. You know what I mean? I just can't understand how they got the lingo so far wrong. You know?
Yeah. You know what? I mean, that's what they do. What they do is, I mean, people don't realize it. I mean, you can really fuck up. I'm saying you try to create a great film, but you know what? You have to get the people that actually know what happened, you know, and the dialogue. You have to get it correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey Jimmy, who got some of this?
Oh yeah, nice.
Michael Francis wine and signed too. Mel Block. I keep it on my desk.
I have had some of it from when I met him earlier in the year.
That's right.
It's nice, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, we're just gonna go out to eat. He told me I got a cameo coming on his TV show, and then we're gonna go out to eat one of these days. He's gonna bring the wine.
Yeah, that's great, Joe.
Good man. He's a good friend of mine, you know.
Yeah, he is. He's class, isn't he?
Class act. And he's a good spiritual man. He's a really spiritual man. He's really, you know what I mean? You got to read his wife's book, his books. You know what I mean? You get some wisdom from him, man.
I think both him and his father lived an amazing life. Like his father, he was La Cosa Nostra through and through. I mean, how many guys do you know go to prison at 92? And no matter what time they gave that man, he always kept his mouth shut. The only one that I really think of with that kind of stand-up ethic would have been Ruggiero, Lefty Ruggiero, and the whole Don Brasco fiasco.
He's like an Al Capone, man. He's an old school G like Al Capone.
And he was an underboss at one point.
Yeah, I think
deal, man.
It depends on your situation though in the street, doesn't it? You know, because everyone's situation's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with Michael's father, he was framed, wasn't he? So that might
have the bank robbery. 100%, he was framed.
Yeah,
I'm sure back then. Look,
he was framed 100%.
Back then, the cops were criminals themselves.
Yeah.
If they want to get you locked up, they plant a pistol on you. I'm saying they plant a case on you. That's just the way it was.
Yeah, 100%. He was framed. Yeah, never had nothing to do with that.
A lot of them were on the take, weren't they, Jimmy?
The same thing with Vito Genovese. He was framed too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And they picked him up. You know, that's what a lot of wise guys did. They had these politicians and these corrupt cops in their pocket, and whoever their enemy was, they would just lock them up. That's how it was. But that was legitimate. That they weren't rats. That's not a rat move. That's legitimate stuff right there.
Yeah.
they could get away.
Oh, people say rad this and that. It's so full of it, man. Every situation is different. Everything is different.
Yeah.
People just want to throw it out there, and the people usually throwing it out there didn't even do any time, didn't do anything, wasn't involved in anything. They just watch shows and TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They did little petty crimes,
It's an old
little petty
expression.
stuff.
Everybody
They
wants
think
to do
there's something
gangster
right.
shit.
But who?
Right.
What
There's
is
Judging other people's lives. Sad.
Bro, what is your favorite mob movie?
My favorite mob movie. It's got to be The Godfather. I love The Bronx Tale, but I love Goodfellas too, man. Something about Goodfellas I love.
Goodfellas is right
I
up there
love
with
The
me.
Godfather.
I like Donnie Brasco as well.
I was gonna say it's a
And I
toss up
like-
between
yeah.
Goodfellas and Donnie Brasco because
Yeah, Donnie Brasco.
anytime
Donnie Brasco.
Al Pacino's in it, you know it's gonna be
Yeah.
authentic. It's
Yeah,
just like The
100%.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
You know what I love? I love that
You hear
scene where him and Donnie they're going over the Bell Parkway onto the Verrazano Bridge, and
Yeah.
he's smoking
You know,
a cigarette,
yeah.
and Donnie puts the window down, and he says to him, "Donnie, you're gonna kill me with that draft. Put that
Right.
window up, you know." And he's like, "You're gonna give me
Blowing out of the
draft."
car.
Guess what movie I'm waiting for though, man? The best mob movie coming out is gonna be the Bath Avenue Boys, the Bath Avenue Crew. That's
that
what
would
I'm
be a-
waiting for. That movie's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, we know that.
That
With
would
Jimmy
be a good.
Calandra. Yeah.
That definitely would be a good flick.
Yo. George
Yeah,
O'Donnell.
we know.
That'd be a good one.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be the best
I
movie.
still like. Look, I still like. The Godfather 1 and 2 were definitely great. Goodfellas was
Yeah.
great. Mean Streets with De Niro was great. You have a lot of them. I liked another one too, 29th Street, when the guy wins the lottery ticket.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That's like a Christmas Wise Guy film.
No, I never seen it.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Which one would
Yeah.
you say is the most authentic? Because even though it didn't,
The one that's most reality to the life right now would be Goodfellas.
Yeah. I agree.
That's reality.
Goodfellas.
Mobsters was good too because it combined. You know what I mean? It
Goodfellas.
combined all of the real characters like
I want to say hi to my friend.
Mad Dog Cole
Say hi to
and
my friend.
Meyer
Jimmy.
Lansky.
Jimmy, this is my man,
Charlie
Cisco.
Lucky Luciano. And
He's from London. This is my man.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see
What's
you.
up, baby?
Yeah.
But remember Once Upon a Time as well Once Upon a Time in New York.
Oh man, Once Upon a Time in New York.
Once Upon a Time in America.
America. That's it.
Sorry, in America. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
one of my
good.
favorites.
That's one of
It's
my
like
mother's favorites.
Yeah, I love the way it goes like to the future and then back to like the old times and the kids, and it's great storyline, that one.
that's what they did with Godfather too, and I thought that was awesome.
And it took them to make that movie. Once Upon a Time in America, it took them 10 years to make that film.
Did they, yeah?
10 years it took them.
Wow.
Whoa.
On and off, on and off. And there's 3 endings to that film. 3.
Yeah, what you need, huh? Oh yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a long time, man, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long time. That movie, I just remember the phone's always ringing. The ring, the phone's always ringing.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in America. But
It's a
piece
of art, though.
The dialogue I love in that movie is when Noodles and James Woods, they go rob the guy Burt Young and Joe Pesci. Remember they stick him up for the diamonds?
Yeah.
And Noodles tells his pal James Woods, he says, listen, today they tell me and you to kill Joe. Tomorrow they tell me to kill you. Is that okay with you? Because it's not okay with me. Like dialogue like that, that's great dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah, definitely.
True. And it's the truth. Today, you know what? Today they'll send me and Joe to do some work. Tomorrow they might tell Joe to do me. I mean, you know what? That's what life is. So
That's how that life is, huh?
There ain't no loyalty in that life. It's,
No.
It's a brotherhood where they want to keep it alive. But you know what? It's not there ain't no loyalty. There ain't no friendship. It's all nonsense. It's all bullshit.
Yeah. Even that scene in Donnie Brasco where Donnie and Sonny Black are talking on the back of the boat, and he says to him, "You think Lefty's helping you, but he's hurting you." But he's trying to turn Donnie against Lefty, so he can.
Absolutely, and that's the life too. What they do is they play Machiavelli. They turn everybody against each other.
Yeah. Sad life, man. Sad life. Like even Michael talks about that when he dropped off that guy and he couldn't go in the house because him and his brother killed his father. They had to kill his father. They had to kill their own father.
I'm sorry to interrupt, about Mike though, is he's a lot like Jimmy. He didn't rat on anybody. He just walked away from the life. And today, look at everything that he literally built his church from a rock.
Michael didn't put no one away with his testimony. Nothing. He just cooperated on the gas scheme, and he had some guys that were not even in the made guys. He didn't send anyone to prison in his testimony. He had to, do the thing with the Congress thing. That's just anyone done in front of Congress. That ain't really nothing. That's just all for show. Okay, that boxing thing. Now Jimmy got caught up in what he got caught up in because of a guy who just didn't have no control of himself, and that had something happen that tragically killed that young lady. He got caught up in it. He went and did his time for a robbery. Then it came out. Someone ratted on him basically. Really, saying he was there, and then Mike he had to basically sit and think, you know what? These guys killed my friend. They're not loyal at all. They killed their own friend, and these other guys are nothing but scumbags. Don't care about us. They just want us to go down. So what am I going to do? Throw my whole life away, 50 years for these guys, and they killed my friend, and they already put my name in it. Now I'm here having to talk about it and just go back to one time I stole a pack of bubble gum, because I'm going to just say, you know what? I'm going to preserve myself and live my life because they ain't worth it. They would have done the same thing.
Well, that's how I came across Jimmy.
Because you want to judge him.
They actually
Joe, look, at the end of the day, I control my own life. You don't control my life. No other man in this world controls my life. I control my life. Nobody else will ever control my life. And that's what I do. I took my life back, and no one can tell me to take a plea. No one can tell me to do this or do that. That's it. I
did the right thing.
Old man, and that's it.
Yeah. And we're saying you did the right thing, because people can judge you all they want. Who's caring about them?
And every wise guy knows that, whether they're on the internet or whether they're on the street, they know it.
100%. These other people, they want to point their fingers, but you want to know something? They got the same fingers. Man, you point your finger at someone, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. So quit pointing fingers at people. Jimmy, let's hear your life story. Let's hear your skeletons in your closet.
Everybody wants to do gangster shit until it's time to do gangster time. Then, you know what I mean? Everybody's
let's hear your story. You want to judge someone? Get on here and tell us your story so we can all hear your shit. Okay, well, you want to start talking about somebody else's decisions. You can't do it because you're cowards. You don't even want to tell your stories. Get on here and tell it. Say it. We want to hear why you feel you are able to judge somebody. Why are you so much better that you could judge someone because you didn't rat? Oh, I didn't rat because you weren't involved in nothing to rat. You weren't involved in nothing. Don't tell us you were facing 50 years. You weren't facing 50 years, 100 years, you suckers. You suckers out there, you weren't facing no time. Hold on one second. You weren't facing no time, you suckers. You weren't facing no time, maybe a year in county, and y'all think y'all did something, but you weren't facing 50 years in federal prison.
A year in county, they're still snitching.
F y'all, man. Y'all had no real time, and y'all sitting there judging people who had facing real time for some real stuff, and y'all sitting there judging because y'all weren't even involved in nothing. All y'all talk about rat. You weren't involved in nothing. And if you did, you probably ratted yourself.
We know Jimmy. We know Jimmy's golden because Jimmy, we've especially me. I've known you for like 14 years, man. You know what I mean? And we know your word's golden. They're all bullshitters, all them. You haven't got nothing to worry about, brother.
Man, let me tell you what, you got nothing. You can hang your head up high every day. You got 2 beautiful kids. You got a beautiful family. You're a good man. You're good friends with all of us. You help so many. I got a friend that said that Jimmy's stories inspired him to sit down and talk to his kid about that drug overdose when his friends died, and he was inspired to talk to his daughter about it. It opened up a conversation. How many conversations Jimmy sat and people talked about and was able to help other people to open up. So you could judge Jimmy all you want, but guess what? Jimmy's moving up. He's the winner. You're the loser, 100%.
And Joe, the thing is, listen, And listen, we will continue to keep on trying to help people any way we can. We will live this life of redemption and truth. And anyone I can help along the way, I will continue to do it. And no one is going to stop me. No one.
100%. Yeah, I like I said, I like these people think they're better than anybody judging somebody. I want to hear what you was really facing. While you tell me you were facing 50 years and you took 50 years, how come you're not calling from prison saying, oh, he's a rat, I'm doing 50 years because I didn't rat? No, you're calling from a YouTube. You're typing on your computer. You didn't do nothing. So how are you calling somebody a rat? You didn't even face no years. And if you did, they would break you down in the interrogation room. Don't tell me they would break you down. You sorry folks out there judging someone. They would break you down in an interrogation room, and we'll see what you rat to.
But yeah, Derek, we're just talking because of with all the evil people on the internet.
Suckers. When after I get you in the interrogation room, you break down, crying.
There's a couple that come to mind when you talk about that,
You're facing 50 years for something you didn't even do. You break down and start crying, calling your mommy. Don't tell me what you would do. Call someone a rat. I like to see how big and strong you are when they sitting. You do something and you sitting in front of an FBI officer, or you sit in front of those officers in the interrogation room. You be crying and telling on your own mom. Y'all suckers out there. Y'all talking about who's a rat. You be the one ratting on your mama.
Yeah, it's all bullshitters, Jimmy. We know that.
Right. They want to serve a day in jail. Them type of people in serve a day in jail. They're suckers.
That's what I mean. And at the end of the day,
they talk about Michael, they talk about Jimmy, they talk about Sammy. Ain't none of y'all would do one day in jail.
Exactly.
Jimmy did 8 years. Michael did 8 years. Sammy did 20 years. And you suckers wouldn't have done nothing. You would have ratted on your mom and your grandma.
Sammy did more than that. Didn't he? Sammy did like 25 on that ecstasy charge, didn't he?
Right, and that was because he didn't want his kids to take anything. He was always protective of his family. Let me tell you something. The thing is, you could judge all them, but you, regardless of that, y'all wouldn't, you suckers calling rats, y'all wouldn't do one day in jail, and you would rat on your mama and your daddy and your granddad and your kids if you had to, because that's how best you would save yourself. While y'all suckers pointing the fingers at them. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Those type of people, if they were facing in real time, they would rat on everybody they could.
Yeah, 100%.
The ones calling rats.
But,
they couldn't even lace Jimmy's shoes up, Joe.
Yeah. They would never be in Jimmy's shoes. They wouldn't even know what to do with Jimmy's shoes.
Let me thank Boston Jay for the $5. Thank you, Boston Jay. I appreciate it. You know you're my
Irish brother.
I love you, Boston Jay.
Yeah, we love Boston Jay.
Yeah,
man.
we loving it.
Night, Boston.
Boston Jay. So like I said, man, I don't care what these suckers say, man, no more, man. Like I said, you judging everybody, Michael, everyone you want to judge, Jimmy. Y'all the ones who want to do a day in jail.
Joe, I'll tell you the truth. I really don't I pay no mind to it, you know. I pay no. So I don't know. You shouldn't either, you know. Just don't.
No, I know it. I know. I'm just saying. I'm just want to throw it out there because I'm throwing it out there because they know it, and they suckers.
But listen, thank God. You know what? A lot of things are working out for me. I got God in my life. A lot of good things are happening.
Exactly.
Like I said, one day at a time, and we're just continuing to do the right thing. That's what we could do.
Yeah, you just keep on that positive trip, Jim. You know, you're doing good work, man. Everything's gonna pay you back tenfold. You know, keep that positive message, Jim.
Absolutely.
He's from Ireland.
You want these?
And also, you know, you've got all them good projects coming about as well, Jimmy. So you know, just keep on the positive things and just pay them no mind, man. You'll be great.
Yes. And
I haven't heard any bad things about Jimmy. I don't see anyone posting anything about him. Like I knew he was a serious dude how I first came across Jimmy was why I used to be huge into A&E Mobsters, the episodes. And they actually covered the Bath Avenue crew. I mean, and so that's pretty much how I learned of Jimmy. And then, you know, I've seen his YouTube and I've followed his content, and he's a humble guy. He's very humble. You know, I mean, how many creators actually sit down with everyone in their chat room and talk to? He converses with everybody. He doesn't care what your status is, or you know who. He's just an average person, and that's all we are at the end of the day. Is we're average people. We've all made our fair share of mistakes. I mean, I went to max prison before I was 21, and I never wanted to go back again. So I kind of tried to straighten out my life a little bit. You know, today I'm married. I got 2 kids. I got a house.
Yeah, all power to you, brother. That's good.
Of course,
That's great, man.
When you're young, you do foolish things, you know. Hopefully,
Really stupid shit.
Absolutely. I mean, but hopefully, not everyone has the opportunity to fix their life. You know, to look back on their life and say, "Wow, you know what? I'm lucky to be alive." I mean, you know, some people really get caught up and they don't have that opportunity. They get locked up. They look back and say, "Wow, I wish I could be back in the street again. I would do it all over again." But it's too late. You know. So
some people don't even get the chance to have that remorse because they're gone.
I'm gonna tell you. Look, me, I'm very fortunate to be you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I'm still here. I'm still here, Jim.
Hold up, let me see what happened over here. I don't see you guys, but I know you're there.
Yeah, we're still here, bro.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, but me, I was very fortunate in my life. Look, all the crazy things that went on in my life. And then, you know what? By being in prison, you could see a lot from being in the inside, okay, inside prison, than being on the outside. Because you make phone calls and you hear this story about this one, what's going on, that one's doing this one's doing that, and you're saying, well, you know what? Prison probably saved my life, you know, by going in. So, you know, there was a lot to think about. And when I
get a reality check real quick when you go to prison.
Well, what I did was, you know what? I put all the negatives and the positives on paper, you know, and I said, you know what? This is not, you know, there's no future here for me. And obviously these kids aren't my friends no more, you know? So, you know, sometimes friendship has an expiration date. And
definitely.
You have to say goodbye, because you know what? You might have grew up with that person, but in all honesty, you're nothing like that person. So you got to say goodbye, and you got to move forward, because it's, you know what I mean? You got to focus on your life. You can't focus on anyone else's life, you know?
And it's good as well. Like, it gives you that time to reevaluate everything, Jimmy, you know?
Yeah. But
and then obviously
it worked out for me. And every day of my life, I'm always going to make my crooked path right. And no one could change that about me, you know? I mean, I know who I am, and all my friends know who I am, and they know I'm not afraid of nobody. They know it. I'm saying they know it. They know where I am. They know who I am. They know my adrenaline. When I did scores, I mean, I was right there with them. And but our friendship is no longer. That's it. I mean, they move on, I move on. I'm not in that life no more. And I think about that all the time. And I say, you know what? Just say, for instance, and I did stand up and I went away. And a lot of my friends are coming home now. Fabrizio will be home in less than 2 months. Tommy Reynolds, I think, has 3 years left. He's in Otisville now. So I would have did that time. I would have came home. I wouldn't have my children. And you know what? I'd be coming home to be a wise guy. Okay, going to the street with all the treachery and the viciousness. I would still probably look to kill somebody out there. They probably try to look to kill me. I'm saying people scheming on people. So in all honesty, it worked out for me because I have the best life. I really do. I have
100%.
I have 2 kids I see every day. I have great people in my life. Great people. I just sat at a restaurant the other day, 2 days ago at Tribeca. And, you know, I'm surrounded by 6 people that I'm looking to do something with. And I did the right thing. I really did. My life is about redemption. People could say, you know what? Jimmy did this, Jimmy did that. Everybody has a past.
Oh, yeah. We all got skeletons in the
closet. But the thing is, what are you doing today? Saying, how far did you go in your life to fix your life up? And you know what? To change, because change is the most important thing. You know, everyone says, I can change. No, you know how hard it is to change? For instance, my friend Gerard Bellafiore, now when you're a criminal, and it's very hard to change your ways, because you come home, you do a score, and then you know, you commit another score. You just keep on committing scores until you have enough money to open up a legitimate business. Now, my friend Gerard Bellafiore, he couldn't change. He couldn't come home. He needed that money because he's used to it. So when he didn't have the money, what he did was he went to came home, did another night deposit box, and he got caught. A couple sheriffs threw a couple shots at him, and they ended up killing him. He went underneath the. He had a surgery, and he died underneath the knife. So what I'm saying is that there's a time to grow up. You know, when you have a second chance, take the second chance, do something with it, and see whose life you can fix in the course of it. I fixed my life. Now what I'm doing is I'm here for someone to look at my life and say, wow, if he could do it, I could do it too. And that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Yeah. And in the street life as well, it doesn't, even over here in the UK, it's no different. It's like, they only have a shelf life, Jimmy, don't they? You know, if you're going to run around in the street, it's that treacherous, everyone's backstabbing each other and robbing each other, and you know, there's no honor among thieves. You know what I mean?
There never
so
really
everyone
was.
has a shelf life.
I think that the old school guys of the Omerta, you know what I mean? I think a lot of them died out in the 60s. I mean, those guys, man, you know, but even then they were still killing each other. So, I mean, you really can't even say it then, you know, because
you still have, believe it or not, you still have a lot of old school guys, because see, all the old school guys that you guys might know, they passed a lot of their knowledge to a couple other wise guys in the street. And the wise guys are supposed to pass that knowledge to the other younger generation in the street. But a lot of wise guys don't do that. I'm saying today, a lot of kids just want to be a wise guy and think being tough is a wise guy. No, a wise guy is being sharp. I mean, making money. It's all about making money. And
you're only as good as your next envelope.
Exactly. And being a gentleman and being tough when you have to be tough. I mean, there's so many things to a wise guy. It's a vicious life. But you know what? You got to try to be the best wise guy you can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, when I look at wise guys, what's a wise guy that I would like to be with when I was a kid? Maybe someone like Frankie the Chico, maybe Joe Butch. I'm saying these sharp wise guys. They're sharp. You see them. They're sharp. You know, they're quiet, but you know they're tough.
Neil Delacroce.
Yeah, guys like that. Those are old kind of wise guys.
Like Frank Costello, Jimmy. He was a bit classy, wasn't he?
Well,
big money maker.
But you know what? The guy Costello was very sharp. What he did was he had all the politicians, he had all the police officers, and the guy lived in Park Avenue.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't got wise guys that live on Park Avenue no more. He lived on Park Avenue South.
Yeah.
So think about it. These what a wise guy was back then. You ain't got wise guys like that no more. You know?
No. And if they do make that success, it's not long before they get pinched for something. And it goes right back to, you know, if they want to get you, they're going to get you, because the FBI at the end of the day is they're making investments and they want to see a return on those investments. And I mean, Michael Francis is a clear cut case that if they can't get you the right way, well, they'll just, you know, they'll fuck you another way. You know, all good things come to an end. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, they have that much technology now. You know,
there's cameras everywhere.
Virtually impossible to be in the streets now.
That's the thing too. It's not only cameras. It's just, you know what, growing up back in the day, in all honesty, you know, people were more loyal and trustworthy back then. I don't think you have too many loyal and trustworthy people anymore. You know, I mean, you know, for someone to look at me and say, okay, Jimmy cooperated. Now let me look at the things that happened, how my friends killed my best friend. Did you think I was going to stay involved in that fucking mess, that garbage?
No.
You know, honestly, kidding me? Any normal person that has a brain will go like this. You know what? I got to get myself out of this situation ASAP and get the fuck away from these losers.
Now I got to ask you, do you still have your tattoo?
No, I don't. No, I got that covered up. Yeah, it was a small tattoo anyway.
Yeah.
You know, but I have a couple pictures with it, some jailhouse pictures that I actually looked at, and the tattoo is in the jailhouse pictures. It's a number 2. So, look, just looking back and doing the things we did, growing up, getting numbers on our legs, you know what? Having a little brotherhood when John Polio was murdered. It was just something where it was like one for all and all for one, you know. And unfortunately, all lives were ruined. Whether you went to jail, whether you cooperated with the government, whether you got murdered. Look, all our family members cried. Every one of our family members cried, and all the victims' families cried. So you know what? Listen, I mean, the ones that are alive, in all honesty, they got to be thankful where they are today. Even if you're coming home, be thankful, make the best of your life. That's all you could do.
Yeah, that's it.
100%. 100. Got a little busy there, man, in the store. I got a little busy, yo, man. People want to get medicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. Stay on your P's and Q's, Joe.
Yeah, I multitask.
Kids hit the streets. Yeah, ain't that the truth?
But yeah, as I say, Jimmy, you've totally, all that's way behind. You're too, higher up now, bro, to even think about all that. Just stay on that positive message, and everything. You're getting all the good vibes coming back now, as you can see what you're doing, and you're just so elevated now, bro. You know what I mean? It's really great to see that you've just pushed on. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I tell you, there's some. Hopefully, you got some good stuff coming out, and I'm not gonna say anything, obviously, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Hey, we want to give a shout out to Gary, man. All the mods out there, all the people out there doing their hard work in the wrenches. Gary.
Yeah, Gary. I want to,
Miss Carrie Ron, you're doing your thing. Who else you got out there?
Thank you.
Boston J.
Yeah, Gary Monteleone.
Gary Monteleone, my man.
Yeah.
And he's back in the inner circle. He's back with the inner circle, which is nice.
He is?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he back now, yeah?
Yeah, he's back.
That's good, Joe.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Inner circle is a beautiful thing, and Michael's doing a lot of good things too, and it's inspirational. Met a lot of good people in there. A lot of great people in the inner circle, 100%. So
yeah, it sounds like it sounds like it's great for not like networking as well, Joe.
You should join, Lewis.
I might do, yeah.
All right, backed out accident.
All right.
I mean, Michael knows me, like, because I've met him a couple of times.
If you DM me, if you got Jimmy he can give you my number if you want me to, and I'll get you an invite.
Yeah. I'll send it to Jimmy, and Jimmy can send it to you.
Yeah, send me
that'll be great, Joe.
I'll talk to you.
Lewis Coy, I got that photo too.
Did you get that, Jimmy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great that day, like, and I mentioned that me and Jimmy are good friends as well to Mike, and I didn't think he knew Jimmy, but he said, oh yeah, he's been doing some things on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, he's a good friend of mine, Jimmy. I've known him for a long time, and he said, I like his message about, stay out of the streets, and watch this, watch your back, and he's just that nice, that charismatic guy, like, that down to earth. And even the wife, she said, he's a lovely guy, Michael.
I tell you, Michael is he's a type of guy where I tell you, I could look up to him as like a big brother. He's the type of guy where if you need advice, he's gonna give it to you, and he's gonna tell you the way it is. So he's very intelligent. Definitely a very intelligent man.
Very passionate too.
Yes, very passionate, God loving, and honestly, I think the guy's awesome. He really is.
Awesome.
Did you ever run into him at all when he was locked up, or no?
No, I talk to him every so often. I talk to him with Joey sometimes.
Yeah, they were in a total different place. And Mike was out there, I think, in California somewhere in Federal. I think he was in a Federal place in California, ain't it, Jimmy? He was somewhere Jimmy was in a different place, I believe. He was in another place. They was in two different locations.
Yeah, I never met Michael personally, no. I never met
him. But they're planning some things together, so that's really good.
That'll make a good podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do crazy numbers, that, Jimmy. That'll be a great sit down.
Yeah.
Just to, just to get on the screen with him,
Now we got to give the haters something to hate. We got to give the haters more to hate. Give them more material. They love it. The troll haters out there. You love it. You're gonna have more stuff to hate on.
That's it, Joey, isn't it?
Well, you notice too, there's a lot of people that will embellish their importance in the life. You know what I mean? Like the biggest one that comes to my mind is that what's his name? That John Light dude. Like he's been called out by everybody under the sun.
Oh yeah.
Like he acted like he was right hand man with Gotti and all this other stuff. And you can tell people when they really been in the life and when they really haven't.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not an A-Life fan. You know, obviously he did know John Jr. John Jr. was his friend at one time. You know, me personally, I'm the type of person. Look, I was never a gangster. I was a hoodlum. I was a thug. You know, I used to rob. I used to rob and steal, and I had a lot of fun doing it back then. You know, as a kid, when you're a kid, you're a kid. You do foolish things. You know, then you grow up. You know, I went away at the age of 23 years old. You know, did 6 years in prison. Had a bank robbery case. I beat up a guy with an axe handle. Got caught with a gun. A whole bunch of shit I did in my lifetime. You know, but at that time when I was young like that, I was stupid. And you know why? I had this attitude where I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I just thought I was an idiot when I was.
But the thing is, look, I grew out of that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's cool anymore. Some people might still think it's cool, but I grew out of that shit. You know why I grew out of that shit? Because I lost a lot of people in my life. And I sat down and I said, you know what? This is not a life that I want no more. I'm saying I want to be a legitimate guy. I'm saying I want to try to live as long as I can and try to leave something for my children. You know, because that's what we're supposed to do. Leave it behind.
Yeah.
We're supposed to leave it behind. So that's what I want to do.
100%. 100%.
Not what you do, it's what you leave to the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're doing that. I mean,
of course, and you got to give back. You know, that's what it's all about, giving back.
Yeah.
I mean, your YouTube channel successful. I mean, I love listening. Listen, I mean, you made a lot of mistakes and you learn from them, just as any of us did. You know what I mean? But you know, the stories are still going to infatuate people, and they're going to resonate. You know, I mean, you lost your best friend, someone that you grew up with from a very early age to that life, and maybe it might just click with some kid. You know, I'm starting to go down this path.
Similar path, yeah.
You know, it could change someone's life. And you've mentioned how you have changed people's lives, you know, that you've inspired people to, you know, to change their ways. You know, everybody's constantly evolving. You know, I mean, myself this week, I'm going for a new job. I'm getting out of the construction aspect because I'm just getting too old for it. I mean, I'm not an old man, but my knees are shot. You know, my neck's messed up from Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And, you know, maintenance is going to have some ups and some downs. But you know what, man? I'm looking forward to I'll be home more during the days with my kids because I'll be a third shift guy. So when they're at school, I'll be sleeping. But, you know, I'm not going to miss any more key moments in their life. You know, I worked a lot of their moments away, you know.
It's a good thing.
That's a good
thing, man.
That's why I started doing the coaching. I am coaching football professionally now, and so I'm just trying to like lay a good foundation. Because I'm even when I used to play professionally when I was in my 20s, and I've never been into that, you know, that celebrity shit. You know, it's all bullshit. That so I'm just trying to like lay foundation, and you know, any good money I earn from it, or even these professional soccer teams I'm working with now, all of it, I'm doing it all for me two sons and my daughter, you know, just to leave something for them, and at least he can say,
you know what, that's great.
I tried.
That's great because all your kids, they probably love that, you know, that you're coaching.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Louis. It's awesome, my man.
And knowing that you already made it to the professional level gives you, you know, that level of expertise that, you know, when you talk, people are going to listen. because obviously you weren't mediocre. Because if you were a mediocre soccer player, you would have never made it. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
like
the
my son tells me one minute he wants to be a YouTuber, and I'm like, well, you just see the video. You don't see the hours of production, the scripting, you know, going through all the film, and you know, anything that's worthwhile. I try to teach my kids is always going to be hard work.
Yeah, that's it. You've got to put the grind in for a long time sometimes.
But I would encourage him. I would encourage him to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely do. I
would encourage him to do it because you know what? Today, like I tell a lot of my coworkers, you know, we drive trucks and we load trucks and unload trucks, and you know what? That's the old way of doing things. I'm saying I'm old. I mean, I'm 53. I'm in the old way. The new way is behind the screen. This is the new way. You sit down behind the screen and you make money. This is how you do it today.
Yeah.
So you got to teach your kids, you know what? If you could build a YouTube channel, if you could build any kind of channel and put content in it, and you want to get monetized and make a couple of dollars off it, and you never know where it go. You might have someone reach out to you someday. You have 1 million followers. They might say, you know what? Wait, I want to buy your channel off you. I want to advertise on your channel. I mean, these are the things that happen. You know what I'm saying?
You do a lot, You're
I had
right.
a lot of people reach out to me. I'm saying, so you know, and you meet a lot of good people. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of evil people on the internet. We know this.
Oh yeah.
But those people, you just, you know what I mean? Just, you know, stay away. You know.
Oh, it's like, you know, like there's this channel that my wife follows. It's the Foodie Beauty. Man, this woman is just on some whole new level of drama, you know. But this broad's making like $600,000-$700,000 a year, and she makes most of those because people will do reaction videos to her content, and because everybody's doing these reaction videos, it ties back to her. I mean, if my kid can make $700,000 a year from a computer screen, God bless him, because you know, I don't want him to kill his body like I've done in construction. I mean, that's all I've done my whole life is construction. It's all I know. If I ever got hurt, I'm screwed.
It's all about, you know, look, it's all about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, putting yourself out.
If he does what he loves,
I mean, look,
I
mean,
do it.
You also got to think about the next best idea, because the next best idea could get you rich.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
and you know what? If he has a hobby, even I see guys on here just building cars. Their hobby is building models. They got millions of views, millions. They're making money just building their model, showing people how they're doing it and then talking about it. And they're making millions. They're making millions of views on YouTube. Just if it's just a hobby of his, he's doing or talking, even gaming. You got these people now making big money.
Games. He's got the Xboxes, and you know, right now his Xboxes are actually in my dresser because I've gotten a call from the school too many times. But you know, he's big into the kid kicks my ass in just about every game I play with him. You know,
and he's doing something he loves too and enjoying it. Why not? You know what I mean? You can shoulder him a little bit, make sure everything's okay. You know, make sure kind of like guide him. If you see something that you need to warn him about, or don't get involved with the trolls and all this other stuff. If he may have that later on, but he might not get that either much. But if he does get it, just ignore them. You know what I mean? And just kind of like you can kind of school him on that. You know what I mean? Like, continue doing, just ignore that so it doesn't bother him, and then just keep doing what he loves, and then people will follow it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my
you've got to take a risk sometimes as well. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Man.
Most expensive dog I ever bought in my life, $4,000.
Unconditional
my wife's
love,
been wanting one of these dogs for years.
Man's best friend.
Man's best friend. Unconditional love.
Where is it? Let me see the dog. Let me see the dog.
Yeah. What's his name?
This is Moo Moo.
Moo Moo.
Dog.
My man.
What's his name?
Moo Moo. It's a she.
That's my uncle's name.
Nice.
See, we were connected before we even connected.
Yeah, ain't that so?
Oh, she's a good dog.
Hey, Jimmy, I was going to ask you, when you were doing one of your last lives, I was just watching, and I seen you mention Mikey Flatter, from the old neighborhood. Yeah.
Laptop, yeah. I actually.
Is it around your age?
In that last video that I did about the kid Michael Marola, that kid Michael Marola was murdered. He was a drug dealer. I hung out with him sometimes. He was having a problem. I hung out with him. You know, I used to carry guns and stuff, and you know, my crew was a little wild, so I would hang out with them, make sure nobody would shake them down. But the kid Mike Barola, when he was murdered, what happened was this: when I went to Vegas with Mikey Flat Top's brother, Frankie.
Frankie DeRosa.
Yeah, Frankie DeRosa. I went with him, and I went with some other guy. His name is Charlie Mans from 13th Avenue. When I went with them to Vegas, what they did was they made believe their grandmother died because they were afraid to hang around with me. I'm saying I just shot this kid 3 times. I'm in Vegas. I got the fucking mob looking for me. So right away they took off.
Oh yeah, I see.
So it goes to show you how these people are. I'm saying you ain't got no fucking friends.
Yeah, true.
You ain't got no friends.
Just shows you. Like.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned it.
They left in Vegas, those guys.
Yeah.
It's funny that you just mentioned him because me and my son, like I said, you know, I'm big into like the mob stuff, like anybody, you know. So my son will watch a lot of these with me because he enjoys it too, and we actually just watched his Annie Mobsters clip.
Yeah, let me see what else I'm gonna add to the screen.
Look, Graffiti mouth.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy. Joe, can you see me share?
Yeah, let me see it, bro.
See what it says there?
New York.
Yeah.
That's my home state.
I love New York.
Born and bred. Well, not New York. I've got I've got a cousin from Long Island who got me that.
Nice, brother.
Long Island, that's like the creme de la creme of New York City. I've been to Patchogue a couple of times, and back in the days, man, that was a very, very nice upscale neighborhood. I don't know if it still is.
What's it like there now these days? It's a long time since I've been.
Oh, I haven't been to New York City in.
What's that, Long Island?
Yeah. Patchogue is where I was at.
I'm not sure, but Long Island is nice. It's nice out there.
Still
okay there,
nice.
Jim?
Yeah, it's nice out there. Yeah, you know, I'm sure you have the some tough areas, but Long Island's pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice, real nice. I like Staten Island too. It's nice. Hey, Brad, if you out there, shout out to Brad or Sherry A. I don't know if they're out there today. Out there, man. Shout out, yo.
Boston J.
Boston J's right, man. Them trolls and them garbage cans. Hey.
Yeah.
Gotta have the haters, man. The haters make the monetary funds go up, though.
I tell them, keep on watching. Keep on watching and clicking.
I tell you, you know what? Like some of my friends, they go back. They remember me from back in the day, and I used to be a comic. I used to have a lot of fun with my friends. I was like the guy who would have so much other fun. All my friends wanted to hang out with me because seriously, I was the fun guy.
The life of the party.
Girls around, how you doing? Come sit with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your name? I talk to them, stuff like that. But I tell you, one of my friends called me the other day. He says, Jimmy, he says, I know you're laughing your ass off with all these fucking things that these people are doing, which your name is. And I said, I said, it's fucking funny, ain't it? He said, Jimmy, he said, it's so comical. He said, it's so funny. He said, all I do is laugh. He said, I know you're laughing every day. I said, you know what? Because it is funny.
It is, man. It is. It's dope.
I'm on someone else's mind this long. I
mean,
hey, look, if that's what they want to do, let them keep on doing it.
Seriously. It's funny. They can't even make videos about themselves. They can't even make a channel about themselves. They got nothing to talk about.
I'm at a place in my life. I'm just going to excel. That's it.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
None of this other nonsense. I'm focused. I got my eye on the ball, and let's see what happens. That's it.
That's how you do it, man. Keep your eye on the prize.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Jimmy, I was going to ask you there. What was Paulie G a funny guy as well? He seemed like he was. Could have a good laugh.
Paulie G, I tell you. Paulie G was he really was a great kid, you know. And I don't say that because he was one of my best friends, and I love him and miss him. he was a great kid. And unfortunately, look, we grew up in a neighborhood where we wanted to be like the next guy. I'm saying be a killer, a gangster, stuff like that. It ain't something that we wanted. It's something where we grew up. This is, we became an environment of the neighborhood. That's
Yeah.
we became a part of our environment. I'm saying, and that's what the next guys did before us. I'm saying they got a gang, they got with a crime family, and everyone in my neighborhood. Okay, till this day, everybody wants to get made. They want to get straightened out. They want to get a button in a family because that makes you, okay, that makes you make money. So, until this day, that's how it is. And I know a lot of, some of my friends. I can mention a couple of them. I'm not going to mention them yet, but I know some of them just got straightened out. I'm saying I can mention maybe 4 or 5 of them. Okay, that I know they got straightened out. So, I wish them all the best of luck. But thank God I'm not in that life. I take no orders from nobody, and I'm happy where I am, and I definitely did the right decision.
You want to see the chill bars? You trying to chill bars?
No.
I just got the notification that you just uploaded a new video.
You know that right there. It's a nice. Yeah, look at the moon rock. It's a moon rock. And also in the pre-rolls too. I got the gut there.
Hey guys, but look, let me go. It was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. We're here 90 minutes. Okay, look, I really enjoyed, our conversations, hanging out, and hopefully we could do it again soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And Jimmy, just want to say, you can love, bro. Okay, I love the bones of you, man. You keep doing it, man.
And Lewis Cole, family, kiss those kids for me, and let's see each other soon. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
We love you. We love all y'all. We good. And that's my friend Jimmy Calandra. Say hi to Jimmy.
Great show. Had a lot of fun. I was glad to be part of it, Jimmy.
Say hi. Watching Jimmy Calandra show. All right.
Yeah, it was it was a pleasure having you.
All right, we love you.
Don't forget to look into the Buffalo thing because I really love to hear.
We will, man. We
will
will.
Into that, and send me an email, therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com, and stay in touch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'll send you my personal number on email for Joey. Yeah. Send it to Joey for me.
Yeah, I'll get you, man. I'm gonna come out and visit you one day out there.
And Joe, let's do this again soon, okay?
You already know, brother. I love you. Pow, pow.
Yeah. Joe, I love you, and send my love to your mom, okay?
I will, man. She loves you. Pow, y'all.
Yeah, I'm from me, Joe. Tell your mom I was asking about it, Joe. Okay?
I will, man. We still love that.
Okay.
Love that. Oh, you're nice meeting you, brother. Out there in Buffalo, man.
Nice meeting you, man.
And Momo too. We love Momo.
Yeah. Momo's great,
Momo's the man.
He's famous. He's famous now.
That's right. He's a famous dog now.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna say bye to everyone in the chat. But listen, I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for coming.
Bye, chat.
Yeah, Jimmy. Peace and love, bro. You look after yourself.
Right.
See you soon. Love you guys.
Love you.
Okay. Well, it was a nice chat. It's good to see everybody. Boston J, thanks for showing up. Miss Can't Be Wrong. I don't know if you're still here, but you showed up. Frankie Rizzo, thank you for showing up. Graffiti Mount, Crystal Ward, thank you. Love you too. Appreciate it. Paul Montasante, thanks for showing up. Rizzy, and everyone out there who gives me their support and their love. I appreciate it very much. It was nice to come by to chit chat for a little while. I still wanted to talk about the Sammy the Bull and the Mikey Scars thing. There's one last thing I'm going to leave off with. Look, I knew Mikey Scars, D. Leonardo, okay? I went to his wedding, okay? Like I said, when I was growing up in the street, Mikey Scars, for me, was one of the better guys in my neighborhood because all in my neighborhood was killers and murderers. Mikey Scars wasn't a killer and murderer. He was a wise guy, but he was different. So I'm just going to leave it off with that, okay? There's some things that I don't agree with him about as far as the mob stuff that he talks about. But just looking back, I do wanted to say that Mikey Scars was one of the better guys. With that said, everyone, enjoy your Sunday night. Thanks for showing up. 93 people in the chat. I wish I could get 800, stuff like that. But look, 93 people is great. And I'll do this again soon. Thank you all for sending me love. And I'll see you all on my next video. I love you guys. Bye, guys. The streets will never love you back.